Hi everyone, I'm Toby. I'm one of the creators of EvoWars.io, and Cubicle asked me to answer some questions. So here we go. First question. How did you started making games? How? Well, I think it was around 2013 or 14, and basically I was working in Netherlands back then, and I had a really good career as e-commerce developer, but it was, kind of boring, like websites and stuff. And I was my whole life I've been a gamer, and I always wanted to make games. So actually, I quit my job and I went back home and started learning how to make games and started making games. Simply that's how it was. Second question, what was the full idea behind EvoWars and how the game was supposed to be in early stages of development? Um, I don't think there was a full idea. I mean, we wanted to make a game. We wanted to make an IO game. We had some inspirations, of course. Agar.io, of course, that was the main inspiration, as I guess most of IO games. And so we had just some initial ideas and it was progressing in time, but we wanted to be able to grow when you defeat the enemy, so that's similar to Agar.io. And we wanted to make that progress kinda more spectacular, and I think it was Empire Earth. There was a game like Empire Earth, I think, and in that game, the progress in that game it was a RTS game, strategy game. It was nothing related to what we made. But in Empire Earth, you start. We were starting as in prehistoric times, if I remember correctly, and in time you could progress like up to sci-fi civilization and so on, and that was also an inspiration for Ivor. So I would say it was Agar.io and yeah, Empire Earth. And third question, what is your favorite evolution? Favorite evolution, and that's easy. It's Warlord, of course, Warlord, and I also love EvoWars logo really. So I'm happy that Warlord is there. Yeah, it's really cool evolution. Fourth question: do you plan making more games? More games? Of course. I mean, we are making other games as well. We made already many games, and we are working on other games. I mean, community from our EvoWars Discord mainly knows me, Gravesor, and Liho, right? And Bart. But we have a bit more people in our company, and we are working some projects a part of EvoWars right now. Like about Phantasm Madness, for instance, but there are others, so you can check it out on our website. But yeah, we are making and we will make more games for sure. Fifth question: in what point of development of Evo? No, sorry. In what point development of EvoWars will stop? Um, hmm, that's a tough question. I mean, it might not stop at all, as long as people are enjoying the game and people are playing the game. We will continue to make new updates and new stuff, and yeah, having fun with all that. So I'm not sure. So it will stop when people will stop playing, basically. I think that's the answer to this question. Uh, do you enjoy making new content for this game? Um, yes, of course we do enjoy making new stuff, and especially if the new feature is some kind really new stuff, exciting and so on. So Uh, it's really cool to work on such thing. Sometimes it's tough, because as you know, we are trying to drop updates quite frequently, and it's a lot of work, and sometimes it's stressful. Sometimes, we have also life around us, normal life, families, and so on. So yeah, sometimes it's tough. Sometimes uh, you don't really want to sit in front of that computer and do that stuff. There are days like that, so I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, generally, of course, yeah, making games, as I said, is something spectacular, and that was always dream of my life, and it happened, and yeah, it's awesome. All right, next question. What is your opinion on EvoWars community? On EvoWars community, I think it's special, and I know that maybe most developers can say that about their game and community and so on, but I think our community is somehow special because, I've been in many different communities, in big games also, and there is a lot of hatred, trolls, spammers, and I don't know, the bad things, bad stuff. And here, our moderators sometimes really have to show the finger to someone like, no, 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 you can't do that, it happens. But it's quite rare, don't you think? That happens like, I don't know, once a week, maybe twice a week. It's not something we deal with every day. So the community overall is very friendly, very polite, and yeah, it's really amazing. And the community is also very active in terms of adding new suggestions, reporting bugs or something, anything actually. So yeah, it's great. It's great to have the community. And we actually kind of regret that we started our Discord server so late, because EvoWars is there since 2018 and we started January this year, so we could have gathered much more people and make a bigger community, but we are growing very fast in my opinion. We have already, let me check at this moment. um, where is it? Oh, come on. Okay, I don't want to delay this because they changed something in the Discord. Oh no, okay. It's 16,500. Yeah, so that's quite a lot for 1 year of, let's say, simple IO game, right? Don't you think? I think it is a lot. So we are growing very fast. That's great. Next question. Do you plan adding some kind of racing game mode that you talked about once? Um, Seriously? Yeah, we will add some racing mode to EvoWars together with the caveman on the horse with double machine gun that will kill everything with one shot. That, nah, it's just jokes. Now EvoWars will remain EvoWars, so nothing weird will happen, I guess. Maybe we will make some different game. I mean, a separate game with maybe EvoWars characters in in the new game that you could maybe race. I don't know. You can drop that idea on Discord and vote for that if you like that idea, or maybe different kind of idea with the same characters. I don't know. But in EvoWars itself, I don't think we will have racing mode, unless someone of you will actually figure out some cool feature how that could work and vote for it. If there will be a lot of votes, then I don't know, maybe. All right, next question. What's your biggest failure, and what did you learn from that experience? Oh, that's a serious question. My biggest failure. I mean, I'm guessing you're asking about game development and stuff, right? mm, Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't really prepared for that question. Um, maybe I'll say in general, we had many, really many, several, maybe 10, I don't know now, but we had projects that we actually started, and we had big plans for them, and we really liked the project, the concept, and the game design and everything, and we started making those games, and sometimes it was like, I don't know, 40% done, and then for some reason, there were different reasons for different projects, we stopped, and those games were never released, and we had even some graphics, yeah, so maybe that's the failure. I don't know. Maybe that's the failure, that we could release more games during those years. Not sure. Yeah, but let's say that will be the answer for that. Next one. What do people misunderstand about you most? Oh, that's some kind of personal question, I think. Misunderstand about me? Um, I don't know, I'm doing sometimes some ironic or maybe even sarcastic jokes on Discord without leaving the smiley face, and sometimes I noticed that not everybody understood that it's a joke, right? But I hope I never offended anyone, and people know that these are jokes, but not all of them. But I also am aware that some of our community are actually either kids, right, who don't really get the jokes which are sarcastic or ironic, especially if it's not in their own language. So maybe that's also the case. Yeah, Toby, think about yours. Okay, maybe I'll stop doing those jokes. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I won't, but I'll try to behave well now. But yeah, I think that might be the thing. Next question. What is the most important lesson, sorry, you've learned over your career? Oh, I should have prepared for those. Um, the most important lesson? Um, Maybe that you should really try to really well test your update before you deploy it on production. Maybe that's a good one. As you know, every time, okay, not every time, but most of the times, right, when we are deploying an update and we are, hey guys, we have new update, check it out. And then like 10, 15, 30 seconds later, people start reporting, hey, it doesn't work, I can't get into the game, or something like that. So yeah, it's sometimes it's really, there are certain features that we can't really test with 2 3 people, because when we are deploying that to production, and thousands of people connect to the server, then it's a different environment, and features sometimes behave differently. So yeah, that's I think that's very important, and that is a lesson, because at the beginning we didn't really pay attention to that, but since we have multiplayer and so on, this is really concerning, that there are any bugs, especially if they are being reported right after dropping to production. So yeah, we're trying. That's a hard lesson, and we are trying always to test as much as we can. Another question: who would you suggest as a guest for the next podcast? Um, who would I suggest? I would suggest a great musician. You know who I'm talking about. The one who is making, everything so epic when you're playing Evo Wars, the music around, sounds and everything. Maybe that's someone you want to talk with. to talk to. The next question. Will there be such events like Christmas, Halloween, etc. every year? Well, I hope so. I think yes. And we like those events. There are always some, because events are something really cool because we can sometimes implement some weird things, let's say like that, right? It's an event. It doesn't really need to fit um, perfectly the game you play every day. So we can add some different features, weird features, some maybe ideas from the community, some ideas we have, and then test it live, how it is to play that feature. Like we have, for example, the Halloween mode. We call it sometimes a mayhem mode. We added skills, for instance, like thunders or lightning, stun, and fireball, and so on. And it's implementing ranged weapons and skills in a game like EvoWars. It's kind of risky because it might really change the game the way that first you think, oh, that's great, we have skills now, but it's in the core of EvoWars. It's not really about shooting, but about just fighting melee. And but I think people liked it. People liked Halloween mode, so yeah, that was a great example of testing new features, and that's what events are for, I guess. Also, right, to make something unique, at least for a while. Even if it would be like, yeah, it's good, but only for 1 hour, 2 hours, or 1 day, 3 days. Yeah, that's fine. Events will end soon, and yeah, we're back to our normal life. But it was fun for a while, so that's also good. Yeah, so we like events, and very soon we will have a Christmas event also with some new features. So I hope you will like it. And will it be every year? Yeah, I hope. As I said, as long as we will have players playing, as people will enjoy playing Evo Wars, we will add updates and make events, of course. And the last question I see, ideas what you wish to be real in Evo Wars but didn't come true. That I wished to. Okay. Um, we had several for sure. But sometimes, Evo Wars is kind of specific game, and not everything fits there. Right? It's tempting to add something like from RPG games, like I don't know, you have your own character with items, with skills, you can upgrade that. That's something that seems to be cool to have. Also ranged weapons, for example, and so on. But then when you think about it, um, it would really change the gameplay, a lot of things, and we are a bit afraid to not change Evo Wars too much. Because when you think about the history of games, we saw it many times. Like there was, maybe that's not the best example, but let's say Heroes of Might and Magic 2, for example, was great. Heroes of Magic 3, okay, so it was an upgrade. Yeah, it was great, and it was 4, 5th, and every next update, let's call it, was not really better for the community, for the players. They didn't like it because it wasn't the same game anymore. And yeah, we are trying to to balance new features, ideas that we have and that are coming also from the community, to not change EvoWars too much, because we think it's cool as it is. We are absolutely aware that it could be better, and there is tons of things that we could improve and add and do better, and we are trying and we're working on it. But yeah, we need to hold the line, to not cross the line. Yeah. So, oh, and if you're asking about a specific thing. I don't know. Yeah, there are RPG elements are one of the things that I have in my mind now. But yeah, there were many things. I don't have anything particular now in my mind. Maybe I'll record something later if it comes to my mind. Um, and that's it. Answered all questions. Um, maybe you want, maybe something you want to say. Something I want to say? Um, I don't know. I think I said some stuff from me also in between the questions. So I think that would be it. Thanks for inviting me to your podcast. Yeah, and thanks for the interesting questions. And I'm looking forward to hear the answers from the greatest music composer in the world. You know what I'm talking about. See ya, guys. Peace.